I'm in the alligator snapping turtle pond, doing a little bit of cleaning, repairing, and updating. Patchwork is right down there. Everything about them is just so cool. I love these guys. Got a razorback musk on the move. Check out that razorback. How cool is that? Yeah, this bump. Boop. All right, here I am today. I'm in the alligator snapping turtle pond, doing a little bit of cleaning, repairing, and updating. This particular pond, during the aquascape build, we needed a few extra rocks to kind of complete, that build and add some final touches. And so we borrowed some rocks from this pond, and that ended up creating a few gaps. And when the snappers buried in for the winter, they got to the liner. Luckily, not too big of a deal, easy to patch. Already did my patch. Patchwork is right down there. So right now everything is, I'm trying not to fall. So right now everything is ready to clean and rebuild a little bit. So what I'm gonna be doing today is I'm gonna be taking out a lot of this muck that built up over the bottom, and we're gonna be cleaning that out. We're gonna be moving some rocks. We're gonna be putting in an additional layer of underlayment. We're gonna be using the really thick, tough aquascape geotextile that they use. So we're gonna be putting that in behind the rocks, putting the rocks back on it, and it's gonna add an extra layer just in case rocks move again. This way it'll be a lot harder for those turtles to get in there and get back down to that liner. So that's my project for today. Hopefully just today. Conceivably 2 days, I hope not. I'm hoping to have this wrapped up today. So I'm gonna get started and I'll keep you guys posted. Right, so while I have a little bit of time, kind of letting this stuff kind of dry off, and before I start putting in some more stuff.
Fucking had a pool and chicks came over and partied with him.
Turn my phone off. All right, so while I have a little bit of time, I'm gonna take a break from working on that. I did want to talk to you about some of the coolest turtles that there are. And I saw one here a little bit ago. Let's see if we can catch him. Come on, buddy. There we go. One of the coolest turtles in the world, and a species that, or a group of turtles that actually is found around the world, and that is the softshell turtles. I think these guys are just fantastic. It's really cool the way that, they have evolved over time to, have these, paddle-like feet. If you look, the front foot here, there's only like 3 claws on the front foot. And I just think that's so cool because the rest of it is made to be a paddle to help these guys move quickly through the water. They've obviously got that really long snorkel type nose so that they can kind of hide on the bottom buried in sand and just stick that nose up and get a breath of air. And they're just really fun to kind of watch and interact with. I enjoy, my soft shells. I've had this Spiny soft shell for well over 10, almost 15 years. And it's just been a fantastic animal. Softshell turtles are just, one of the most amazing groups of turtles on the planet, and they're just so abundant on the rest of the planet. I enjoy them. So we're gonna let this guy go. Whee! All right, so next we're gonna go visit this tortoise pen. Got like a Herman's tortoise kind of checking me out. You can see everybody's kind of not really doing a lot. It's the middle of the day in July, and one of the things that's really important this time of year is that turtles and tortoises have a means of both water and cover, because when it gets really hot, these tortoises are going to want to all pile up in there. They're going to want to have a drink because it's going to get hot. They're going to get thirsty. So you want to make sure that these things are always available. You can see she's like 50-50. I don't think she knows whether she's going to stay in or stay out. This guy's, you know, he's having a good time. And then over here, and this piece of cover has started to sag a little bit, so I'm going to pull it back up so that these guys have a nice bit of shade. You can see they love to get under this piece of metal. I'm going to pull this back up kind of closer to the way it should be, and that's their cover. So shade is really important this time of year. It's something you want to make sure that all your turtles and tortoises have access to. You know, obviously the sulcata being kind of able to free range my entire backyard, he's able to do things like what he's doing right now, which is go underneath my back porch. He's just kind of enjoying this spot next to one of my drain hoses. He's just gonna kick it here for probably the next hour or two. And you'll see the kind of the same thing as you go around the property. On these super hot days like this, things are just gonna start going into cover. You'll get, you know, hatchling turtles basking like this, but some of the other turtles in there will be hiding underneath things. Here we go. Let's see who's moving around over here. Got a razorback musk on the move. That's pretty cool. Check out that razorback. How cool is that? Turtle has a good time moving around here. We got all the fish. A couple turtles hanging out basking. Go back here towards the back, see if anybody's doing anything back here. It's really hot today. That's why I'm taking a break from all that pond work. So yeah, you got some of the tortoises are back here. Go. Yep. Yellowfoot. And go back here. And the Asian tortoises are all the way back up in that shady bamboo area. They love that. They also have this big open water area, which at one point had plants all around it, and they've just gone in and out of it so much. And I think they've eaten down most of those plants as well. But there's a lot of frogs in here now, tadpoles, mosquito fish. So good little setup for them. See what's up with Bumpy. How you doing, brother? Yeah, fist bump. Boop. They like getting a little scratch. You can see him kind of lean into it, get a little wiggle going. Little sulcata over here. And I came home from a trip and this bamboo had actually fallen over but has continued to grow. So now they have like a nice, kind of nice covered area. We also have this, which is a hibiscus, which is kind of growing horizontally. So that's cool too, because they can exercise by reaching up to grab that. So a lot of cool things going on. Man, it's hot. Oh yeah, so might as well cover this. So because I am working on the alligator snapping turtle pond, I did had to kind of put them in some stock tank tubs. So they do good in this, you know. It's got filtration running on it, so it's got a pump circulating the water, goes through a canister filter back into the pond, and then as you can see, plenty of aquatic plants in here. What I did to protect the pump was it sits inside this box with a wire on it, and you know, they just kind of hang out down in here. And this is just their temporary home until I finish updating their pond, which I need to get on, you know, right now. So I'm gonna head back over here, get back to work, and hopefully have this thing ready to fill with water by the end of the day. Wish me luck. All right, so right now what I'm gonna do is take this is the geotextile from Aquascape. I have some extra left over. And what's neat about this is it's a really tough fabric. I mean, you really have to work hard. Like, I'm jabbing this with scissors, and I mean, not even making a hole in it. So, really cool stuff. I like this a lot. This is going to be a good barrier for putting behind rocks in the areas where the turtles are most likely to dig, areas where the liner is most likely to get exposed. So I'm going to cut a strip of this off and add it over to here where I've already started adding in some. You can see I've put it behind this wall. This is where my patch was, and I blocked it in with rocks and even a cinder block. Not a fan of cinder blocks, but in this particular case, it's gonna come in handy just to kind of hold this together so the turtles can't get to where they already made a hole. And then got the geotextile all behind here. I'll cut off my extra and cover it with rocks. And then we're just gonna do the same over there in that little overexposed area over there. So let's cut this and then we'll put it in. You're gonna help me cut it? As I go, the places I'm going to end up needing this the most, based on being able to see where the turtles have dug into it. So in a way, yeah, I have the advantage because having had this pond here a year, now I can see where their favorite places are, to try and dig into the side of the pond. So I have that little bit of advantage, but it's just a little tricky trying to stuff this back here. Now it's just all tidying everything up, spraying everything off, and then we're gonna put some water in here. Whew, that looked pretty rough. All right, so now I've got my pond patched. I've got my new underlayment in there to kind of protect the edges. So now we're gonna kind of go clean up, spray off, and then we're gonna put some water in it, and then we're just gonna put a ton of plants in here and just let it sit for about a week. And at the end of the week, it should be ready to start running pumps and filters and get the turtles in here. And what we'll do is I'll do a special Patreon video where we put the turtles in here. It'll be a special update for Patreon members. So appreciate all you guys for sticking through this. Thank you guys so much for watching the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna go pass out and die. All right, see you guys later.